In a bid to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicle, President Biden's administration announced a significant funding injection of €581 million. The spending will aim to add 7,500 more economy and EV charging points across 22 states and Puerto Rico, a much-needed boost for EV drivers nationwide. The money will be distributed through the Charging and Fueling Infrastructure Discretionary Grant Program. This program, with a total budget of €2.33 billion, lets the Federal Highway Administration invest in alternative fueling stations, including EV charging stations, in local communities and along highways. The recently unveiled grants mark the first step in this initiative. This funding will help ensure that EV chargers are accessible, reliable, and convenient for American drivers, while creating jobs in charger manufacturing, installation, and maintenance for American workers, stated U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. And the allocation of funds will be divided into two primary categories: community and corridor projects. A total of €290 million will support community projects, facilitating the development of EVP charging and hydrogen fueling stations at locations like schools, libraries, and public parks. The remaining €291 million will go toward corridor projects, focusing on major highways. President Biden's commitment to reducing the nation's dependence on fossil fuel vehicles and transitioning toward electric cars is at the forefront of his administration's agenda to achieve 50% electric car sales by 2030. The necessity for an expanded and dependable charging infrastructure cannot be overstated. And one crucial aspect of the CFI program is its investment in Level 2 charging plugs within local communities. While Level 3 fast chargers along interstate highways often receive more attention, the need for overnight public charging options remains significant. The United States' ambitious €6.99 billion program to establish an extensive network of 500,000 additional charging stations is gradually taking shape. The first charging location funded by the bipartisan infrastructure law became operational in December, just over 2 years after the funding was approved by Congress. This rather slow progress coincides with a period of heightened political scrutiny and debate surrounding electric cars in the U.S. Opponents of EVs, including Republican lawmakers and former President Donald Trump, have been critical of the perceived impracticality and high costs of electric vehicles. They have framed EV adoption as a democratic imposition on the American public. The Biden administration push for expanded charging infrastructure in 2024 is not only essential for the EV market, but also carry potential political implications, including President Biden's chances of re-election. As the U.S. grapples with the transition to electric transportation, the latest funding injection is a step in the right direction. It promises to make EV charging more accessible and reliable for American drivers, reinforcing President Biden's vision of a more sustainable future.